I would like to introduce the first young change maker now to come and share with us, Fatima Farivar, who, like me, has a background in European studies. Hi, Fatima.
Welcome.
Next, I would like to welcome Yusra Ymish, who is an artist and youth activist. Yeah, hello, Yusra. And finally, not finally, sorry, we have Lubna Al-Hassouni, who works for NGOs that is directly involved with youth.
And of course, I would like to welcome Jose Maria Toro Piqueras, who's a young change maker studying at Ca' Foscari, mysticism in Iranian cinema. Last but not least, actually, he's at home here, Mohammed Samak. He's currently a student at the USI in Lugano. Please, the stage is yours.
Please.
Buon pomeriggio, benvenuti. Assalamu alaikum, marhab bikum, and welcome you all. My name is Mohammed Samak. I'm a student at Università della Svizzera Italiana. And today, first of all, I would like to give a big thanks to the University della Svizzera Italiana and all organizers and facilitators for the hard work that lies behind the realization of such an event. I would also like to give a special thanks to my dear professor and project leader of the MEM Summer Summit, Federica Frediani, and her team for their relentless work and for the deep passion and dedication that they showed to all of us. I can personally say that their passion has been translated into this amazing opportunity to grow and get closer to each other, exchanging ideas and understanding more about our similarities and differences. Bringing together people that come from countries that have a long history of conflicts. And yet, thanks to their hard work, they provided us with a safe platform for us to blossom the flower of friendship and respect, allowing us to create a very diverse community of young, brilliant people with the same passion and driven mentality that hopefully one day we will find at the forefront of the change in the making to shape our future. I'm honored to be here today introducing you the future that we dream and seek in the MEM region. The result is the outcome of a process started a few months ago in Rabat, Morocco, where me and other 30 participants had the pleasure and the great opportunity to participate to the workshop focused on building future scenarios. The workshop provided us the tools to create future narratives that would be able to break down the old cliches of the past. Those cliches which would make it impossible for us to build future scenarios that would not fall into the same old rhetoric, stopping us from grasping the signals that would give us hints about that the future and the present will and is changing. And so we brought these new tools here in Lugano with us, trying to ampliate and broaden our perspectives for the future. And thanks to the almost 50 young change makers who have definitely enriched the discussion and the perspective of our future. That future that me and my colleagues have envisaged builds its foundation on economic institutional frameworks, new policies on energy, youth and civic engagement, but also reflection on the current exodus of our brilliant minds living the region. This future is the manifestation of the different groups' projects outlined within the workshop in the MEM. That, however, is the expression of our connection and common desire to build the future that we hope for, we want for our and next generations. I would like to thank you in advance for your participation and attention, and we really hope that at the end of our presentation, you will have the same vision of the future that we have, a future distinguished by unity and shared prosperity across the region. Thank you very much, and I will now share the stage with my dear colleagues and Jose. Thank you.
It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished ambassadors, esteemed ministers, and fellow visionaries, with these words, in 1984, George Orwell beckoned us to challenge the accepted truths, to question what seems unquestionable. In a world where the 13th stroke of the clock disrupts the familiar rhythm, we are reminded that truth isn't always what it appears to be. It's a call to scrutinize, to doubt, and to search for deeper meaning. I am José María Toro Piqueras, hailing from the torrid Córdoba in south of Spain, PhD candidate working in cooperation and participant in the MEM Seminar. Today, I sit in front of you to explore a concept vital to our journey: future narratives. Our perception of the world is, at its core, a subjective tale we tell ourselves. The future, devoid of existence until it is imagined, is shaped by narratives. But how do we transcend the limits of our perspective? In a world brimming with potential, we face hurdles that threaten progress. Weak institutions cast shadows of doubt and pessimism, shrouding our governance. A tense regionalization and a limited regionalism hinder collective growth. And differences between nations sow discord and amplify otherness, threatening our shared humanity. The Mediterranean, once a bridge, is now seen as a border. But fear not, for we hold the answers within us. In order to weave a brighter tapestry for the MEM region, let's establish an economic framework inspired by Europe's success, promoting cooperation through robust institutional measures. Let's boost our economies and foster innovation with enticing incentives, support research and startups through seed funding, university partnerships, and strategic grants for sustainable growth in the region. And let's embrace global openness, enabling cultural enrichment, cross-border ideas, and youth encounters that dissolve divisions and promote understanding. It is time to forge a unified vision for our region and the world at large. We must merge our narratives into one, transcending barriers that divide us. Just as Orwell's 13th stroke invites skepticism, it also calls us to reshape reality. By harnessing the power of unity, we subvert pessimism and craft a luminous future. In closing, we young change makers urge you, dear audience, to envision a world where the clocks strike 13 not as a glitch, but as a signal of transformation, a symbol of our ability to reimagine, to redefine and rebuild. As we stand at the crossroads of narratives and reality, let's author a tale of unity, progress, and boundless hope. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jose, for sharing your inspiring narrative that reminds us of a very important feeling, which is hope. Because today, it's very hard to have hope sometimes. And we really need to remind ourselves that this is something that we need to live every day. If you go and search or read or think about the Mediterranean, the Middle East, the first things that you will be seeing are either political conflicts, economic crises, or environmental challenges. And we as young people are just tired of that. We are tired of speaking about what's wrong, and we feel that it's the time to speak about what is right. And that's why all of us here today, coming from all around the region, have gathered to sit together and to start talking about solutions instead of speaking about problems. So this is what we want, and we feel that the first step to do that is simply to dream. And as simple as this sounds, but honestly, it sometimes gets very difficult to dream in a time where you have been living in so much dark that you don't even remember how the light looks like. So for us, yes, we have been dreaming over here. We have been dreaming of a united MEM region where everyone can visit everyone. We have been dreaming of economic fairness where each individual have equal access to resources. We have been dreaming of cultural harmony where who you come from or where you are does not affect how we see you. And in order to do that, we believe that we need as young people to sit united and to start building solutions. My name is Ymish, and I am here today coming from Jordan as a community activist to speak to you about the path that our group has envisioned in order to take us a step closer into the community that we dream of. So imagine this with me. 50 community organizations coming from all around the region working under a unified umbrella with the same purpose of helping communities to thrive, that will be developing trainings in their local communities in order to advocate for justice in economies, in social impact, and in environments that will impact the communities in an approach that is localized and goes from a bottom-up inclusive system and is supported by the government and the public sector so that it can have an up-bottom implementation that is sustainable. And we believe that if we utilize the power of collaboration, if we make sure that we celebrate diversity and we also have localized implementation, this is the way that we implement this. And to be honest with you, we have no idea how long and how difficult this will be because creating change is so tricky and so difficult. But what we know for sure is that this is a region filled with young people who work on themselves for every single day to become better and to dream bigger. Young people who take anger and turn it into changing power, who take difference and turn it into diversity, who take competition and turn it into collaborations, and who are not afraid to say no for what's wrong, and who are not afraid to show up when it's needed and to speak for justice. So what we want from you today is to start acting because the future is here and we are ready to work towards this community that we want to build. And this is a journey that needs lots of power and lots of energy. So we invite all of you here in your different capacities to join us in this movement and to work together into the future that we all deserve. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. I hope you're not very tired. So like my friends Jose and Yusra, I am a young change maker who wants to imagine a better future for the Middle East and Mediterranean region, a borderless region where people can travel, study, and work freely to promote a shared vision of peace, development, and prosperity. I'm Fatima. I'm from Tehran, a metropolitan city in Iran, and I'm a student of global studies at the University of Vienna. With other participants of the MEM Summer Summit, we discuss many issues that we face today. And we realized that perhaps it's not possible to solve all of our problems right away. But then we thought about what can connect us. we asked ourselves, what is it that is so crucial to address now? And if we tackle it, we are one step closer to achieving our dream. Then we looked at different corners of the region, from heat waves in Italy and even in Lugano over the past week that we've been here, to water conflict over the Nile River basin, from gas disputes in the Eastern Mediterranean to electrical disruption in Lebanon, and from droughts in Jordan and land degradation in Iraq to Lake Urmia drying up in Iran. So we found the common struggle in our region: energy and resource management. If we can use our resources in a more sustainable way, we can make sure that every country in the region has access to clean water and air, sufficient food and electricity, and a transition to a greener future is possible. With the COP28 being hosted by the UAE, many countries like Saudi Arabia developing their future visions, and more dialogue taking place among regional actors, we are already witnessing signs of moving towards a more cooperative environment. But as the climate situation in the region is worsening, words are not enough, and more collective action is urgent. For this to be achieved, we thought of things that can be done in the immediate term. For example, diversifying all countries' energy consumption into renewable sources such as solar energy and wind power, or signing treaties that will resolve disputes over access to resources, and working together to invest in technology and innovation to build a stronger region that works based on shared economic interests and benefits from the best ideas and talents. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima, for this inspiring narrative that you shared with us. And I want you all now to imagine a starry night where each star represents the potential of a young mind, a driver of change. Yet these stars are scattered all over the sky and they are outside of our reach. We are witnessing today an exodus of our young, talented young people from the region that are leaving, looking for better opportunities and for jobs, for studies, and they're not coming back. I'm Lubna El-Hassouni. I'm from Rabat, Morocco, and I'm a PhD student and a youth activist in my country. And I would like to share with you today the narrative that we've developed with our group. And so I dream, and my group dreamed of a region where the young people are inspired to stay, they are inspired to innovate, they're inspired to contribute to the local communities and to drive their countries to a better future and to be real actors of change. But today I'm sharing with you a narrative where the MEM region will present a brighter future, a MEM region that actually retains the capacity and retains the talented youth of the region, and that is a hub and epicenter of academic and professional excellence. Throughout these transformative days that we've had in the MEM Summer Summit, we've had the great privilege to come all together from different backgrounds, from different religions, from different fields, from different way of thinking, to think all together and to exchange ideas that expand and that expand all the borders that we have thought of, and that span continents and ideologies. And we've witnessed the power of collaboration, and in its truest form. The MEM Summer Summit was truly a chance to change the narratives that we had about the MEM region, and an opportunity to foster our collective commitment to create solutions that resonate beyond the borders, and to foster a sense of belonging and commitment. Today, more than ever, we realize that there is a need to create a magnetic force of attraction that draws the youth of our region back to the region. And we can't do that if it's not a force that is empowered by inclusive societies, by opportunities, and by a shared vision for our region's prosperity and success. It is up to us, the young change makers, and the youth and the decision makers to move this mission forward and to act upon the implication of this exodus. It is time for the MEM region to not just be a region where the talents are produced and born. We want this region to be a region where the youth and talented minds are thriving and also are flourishing. And in closing, as we wrap this MEM Summer Summit experience, let us carry forward all the connections that we have made, all the experiences that we've had, all the conversations and all the debates that we had. And let us remember that in a world that is marked with many differences, it is the drive and it is the shared pursuit of progress, of innovation, and of a shared vision of a MEM region that is prosperous and that is a driver of change. And it is actually, the MEM Summer Summit was our chance to actually redefine our narratives. And the MEM Summer Summit was a testament to the enduring truth that what unites us is and always be greater than what divides us. Thank you.
شكرا كتير يعني يعطيكم العافية. It was an intense week and what a grand finale with this wonderful panel. So thank you so much also on behalf of all the organizing committee to all the young change makers, not only you wonderful panel of change makers. It was really very inspiring. So thank you. Shukran.
Thank you very much.
Federica Frediani.
Well, it's a little bit difficult to close the MEM Summer Summit. I have been dreaming of this moment for weeks, days, months, and now the time is arrived. And I have to say that I'm really happy about this 6th edition of the MEM Summer Summit. I was really impressed by the future scenarios that the young change makers brought to us. So I don't have a lot of other words to add, also because I don't have in mind future scenarios. So I would like to stay in the present. I have to say that I decided to go back to literature for closing this edition of the MEM Summer Summit. Why literature? Because literature is one of my first loves, and also because I've been talking a lot about narratives. So I believe I looked for a quotation for closing this edition, and finally I decided to read a quotation by Italo Calvino. I'm going to read it in Italian because I felt that the English translation was too dry, but I will provide a translation as well on the screen. We will provide a translation on the screen. Before going to literature, we have also to thank all the partners, all the sponsors, all the supporters of the MEM Summer Summit, but after the quotation, I will go a little bit in details about acknowledgement, because it's true that this is a project, but it's not my project. It's the project of the MEM community, of my team, of all the people that supported me in the last months. So I think that it's now time to leave the words speak. È delle città come dei sogni. Tutto l'immaginabile può essere sognato, ma anche il sogno più inatteso è un rebus che nasconde un desiderio oppure il suo rovescio, una paura. Viaggiando ci si accorge che le differenze si perdono. Ogni città va somigliando a tutte le città. I luoghi si scambiano forma, ordine, distanze. un pulviscolo informe invade i continenti. Italo Calvino, Le città invisibili. And now I'm going to do something that it's, I don't know, I'm going to call Monica on stage. She asked me not to. So I have, and I decided to not follow her advice this time. She joined the MEM Summer Summit 1 year ago, and she made the MEM Summer Summit a totally different MEM. So I think that she was the most important person this year for the success of the MEM Summer Summit. Thank you.
So again, thank you so, so much. Please go upstairs. There will be ice cream and plenty of time for exchange, dialogue, and have a great time. Thank you so much, and see you hopefully soon, inshallah.
Yeah.